Hi guys, it's Unders. Welcome to my A to Z of plugins, episode 1. Now if these sorts of videos are helpful for you guys, or you just happen to like them, please pop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and it does help me out massively in creating more videos for you guys. Now, plugin number 1, A, if you will, that we're going to have a look at is IK Multimedia's Arc. Now what Arc is a room correction plugin. And it's something really important for me. So I work in a small room in my house. My house was not designed to be a recording and production area, so I've had to work with it the best I can. I've got very minimal treatment up, diffusion at the back in the form of a bookcase and CD rack and some other bits going on. But ideally, it's not the perfect mixing space. Now, I can get around that by using reference tracks and knowing the room pretty well. I've mixed my whole album in here. I feel it sounds awesome. Master engineer's really happy with the mixes. He's working on them at the moment. So we can do okay things with it. Now, if you're working in a space that you can't particularly treat and things like that, Arc is an awesome solution. So I've just brought it up here, and you can see the two sets of curves here, left and right. And I'll explain to you what they're doing. The orange curves are the measurements taken of my room. So where we see we've got around the 100 area here, we've got this huge spike, and that means when I'm making drum and bass and my kick drum's hitting at 100, it sounds like 3, maybe even 6 decibels louder than it should, and I need to really adjust for that. That happens on both. You can see it's a very similar curve either side. One side got slightly more restriction than the other, the way I've had to set the room up, but that's just how it is. Now then, this other curve in the middle, this white line, is after the adjustment that Arc has made, how flat my frequency response is. Now you guys are going to be listening in your own environments. I'm currently listening on headphones, so I've got Arc turned off. We've got a track here that I'm working on. I've muted all the vocals because I don't want you to hear the track just yet, and they're not particularly mixed. But we can hear the beat that I've put together for it. And I'm just going to go back and forth between Arc. And when I turn it on, you're going to hear what my room sounds like on this mix. And it's going to be a strange experience, I promise you. Give me 1 sec here, and we're just going to listen to it with Arc off, and then I'm going to engage Arc when it goes round to loop, and you'll hear a dramatic difference. What? That's crazy, right? And that, all those mistakes and that sort of huge sound difference there are things that I'd have to allow for and reference and adjust continuously if I didn't use Arc to correct my room. Now, the way you do this, Arc, when you buy it, is not just a plugin. You also get a microphone with it and some other software that allows you to calibrate it. So you'll see here under measurement, I've got main chair BX8A. Main chair is where I'm sat right now. It's my main mixing spot. Did used to have something behind me as well. That's no longer a case, so that's irrelevant. And then BX8A are the M Audio monitors I'm using. You can look them up. They're massive drivers. They're good for making drum and bass, really bassy music. Works well for me. Obviously destroys the room. And you measure those at certain points using this particular microphone that's got a nice flat frequency response, and that is how you create these curves and take a measurement of the room, similar to how you would measure a room to then acoustically treat it. Instead of acoustically treating, I'm using this plugin to make the adjustments that I need. So when I'm working on speakers and working in the mix, you'll notice I have Arc on quite a lot. And if I'm doing a live stream, I will have Arc engaged because the microphone picking up from the live stream wants to pick up a nice flat response in the room. If you're picking up the sound of my room, you would hear it as you just heard it with it engaged, directly recorded, and it sounds awful. It's all over the place. What you do need to be really aware of when you're using Arc though, and you're mixing down a track, gives you this really flat response, and you need to mix it to sound best it can with Arc engaged, because it's doing some quite extreme things. I mean, if you were to apply this EQ to anything, that's quite a harsh EQ to be applying all over the place. So you need to sort of take it with a pinch of salt, get it the best you can sounding with Arc, and then reference it on other things. So I would tend to obviously turn Arc off, bounce everything out, and then listen on another set of headphones and adjust the mix that way. But this is number one for me. This is an essential plugin that I use in just about everything. So this is the A to Z of plugins, and that was Arc. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. See you soon.